Hey guys, what is up? So Belle Aubrey, or Pasta Belle, she blocked me. I'm gonna read the 2 tweets that I sent that made this whole blockage happen. I believe you to be a smart and intelligent person. I also enjoy watching many of the content you create, but girl, to say that many channels are trying to bury you because of this, maybe you should take a step back and really ask yourself if this is what you truly believe. And then my second tweet to her was, I think it's extremely irresponsible on your part to push out the story to clearly change the narrative. I'm not stating what you're posting isn't true or isn't accurate. I'm stating that you need to follow what you preach. So now that you've seen those tweets, let's just dive right in. So Belle came out with her response video today. And off the bat, I was like, I'm going to go in and, I'm really going to look at, Willy Mac and Belle and really be like, hey guys, this is what Belle did right. This is what Willy Mac did wrong. And off the bat, Belle discusses the thumbnail, Willy Mac's thumbnail. This is what she had to say. Take a listen.
First, I want you to take a look at this thumbnail and see how intentionally manipulative Willy is being. He took a picture of Eugenia crying about something that had nothing to do with me, and yet he's here trying to paint the picture that somehow I'm responsible for Eugenia crying here.
Does Belle show any examples for how I smeared her or how I was being dishonest? No, of course not.
Again, just take a look at the thumbnail.
Giving my arguments. It's the only fair way to make a video on someone.
Guys, does this make any sense to you? Belle's a content creator. Belle cuts out images of people who she's talking about and puts them on her thumbnail. YouTube one-on-one, a thumbnail is like your movie trailer. It's a game of doing anything in your power to really make that viewer click on your thumbnail. Every content creator knows that. I think I spend more time on my thumbnail than I do filming. I go through so many things in my thumbnail, and Belle does the same damn thing. And I'm not a Gabby Hanna stan, but look at this. It's like, Belle, do you really believe that we, the viewers, looked at this photo and we were like, oh my goodness, Eugenia, she's crying because of Belle. No one fucking believes that. We all believe, for the most part, that, Willy Mac, like any other content creator, cut out a photo and pasted of Eugenia crying because, the topic is of her being upset because you are allegedly spreading lies about her. So, I just felt like I felt like she's so much smarter than that. I felt like this was really a desperate, this was a reach. Okay, guys, this was a fucking reach. This was semantics. This was minute. The very fact that she's willing to focus on something so minute is like a red flag right there. Are we really discussing the damn thumbnail? And then she talks about the image that Willy Mac used of her for his thumbnail. And I looked at her thumbnail, guys, and some of her thumbnails are exactly like the same photo. He didn't really do anything wrong when it came to the thumbnail.
He also went and found the angriest looking still he could from my video, again, to try to paint this image in people's brains that I'm angry and it's making Eugenia cry because I'm the evil one and Eugenia's the victim.
Belle does the same thing in her videos. Whoever she's talking about, we don't think, and I'm just using Gabby Hanna as an example, but we don't think Gabby Hanna posed crying in this thumbnail, do we? For Aubrey's video? No, we don't think that. Aubrey, did the whole YouTube thing by cutting out Gabby Hanna. I just felt like this was common knowledge and this was such a far reach for her to even complain about something like this. Now, Belle's second point was discussing toxic positivity. So Eugenia, she posts up this photo and the caption states, what you think about yourself is way more important than what others think about you. Now, I can understand Belle's line of thinking because Belle discusses toxic positivity. Look, I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to sit here and talk about any EDs of any kind or any information on that. But I do understand Belle's line of thinking. However, any critic could come in and say it's confirmation bias. It's so easy for Belle to try to interpret information in a way to reach her conclusion. You know, just as easily as Belle is saying this is toxic positivity, someone else can say this is completely something else. You know, someone can argue that Belle saw this photo and then went on to Google and was like, what can I say to back me up with this photo and toxic positivity fit? So I'm not saying that's what Belle did at all, but I am saying a critic can come in and easily debunk or say something completely different. And then Belle discusses body checking. And once again, you know, body checking is Eugenia allegedly has an ED or has an ED. And in a video, you can see Eugenia putting her hands over her arms, and Belle really dives into body checking. And this was another one where I could understand where Belle was coming from, but then she starts to really educate us on people with ED and what they do. And I don't know, I know obviously she's not a doctor, she doesn't claim to be, but it just feels really weird. You know, it feels weird hearing it from her, and it's not because she's allegedly stated she has an ED. It just felt really weird. And then the next point, Belle discusses that Willy Mac didn't really illustrate any evidence in his video, and I had to stop this video. It's because one, Belle kept bringing up the thumbnail. Like, why are you keep bringing this thumbnail up? This thumbnail doesn't make you look any good. You keep complaining about it. But two, the very fact that she's not able to just look at the situation and be like, for just a moment, am I wrong here? Is it possible? She doesn't even acknowledge the fact that it's possible that she could have done something wrong. Instead, she has, you know, these facts, these Google stuff, and gives us this information, but doesn't even acknowledge the fact that there's a possibility that she could just be absolutely wrong. And this is what I was trying to I didn't even finish my tweets to her because I had like a tweet that I wanted to say to her. But what I want to say is that this happens to every single content creator, no matter how big or how small. There are going to be times where we fuck up, and there are going to be times where we think we are right. We are going to double the F down because we are so right. You know, I've done that before. And then I had to be like, oh my goodness, did I really mean to say that? Well, this is what I really meant to say. You know, and then there are times where we're just effing wrong. But Belle can't even, it's so hard to watch her be so in denial. And, you know, this is coming from someone who watched her content. And honestly, I probably might still watch her content if it's not about Eugenia Cooney. But in my opinion, I feel like she is deeply struggling with the fact that she could actually be wrong about something. It does not faze her, at least on screen it doesn't to me. Oh my goodness, guys, I can't do this. I am 8 minutes and 42 seconds in. Cannot finish this. What did it for me, and I had to turn off the video because I couldn't take any more, because it was very clear as day that she was never going to get the point that so many people are trying to communicate to her about, is when she mentioned Willy Mac. So she played a clip of Willy Mac stating that Belle said that I don't like women or the LGBT community.
In Belle's 30-minute response to me, I only appear in it one time, and it's to say that I hate women and hate LGBT.
Again, another lie. I never said that he hates women or LGBT people. What I said was that he is dismissive of content creators who are women or LGBT, and that he calls our content tea rather than commentary.
Do you see what I mean by she's focusing on semantics? And I just couldn't do it anymore. I could not. This is like the first time ever where I've made a video and I could not watch the whole video. I simply could not, because it just seemed like it was going to continue onto this pattern of, I'm not going to take accountability. I'm going to throw these terminologies, facts into your face of why I think the way I do. And that's that. And it's just so sad to see as a content creator, because, you know, when we talk about people, no matter how big or small your channel is, you have to be open to criticism. Now, honestly, I've stated this before. If you want to block people on YouTube, block people on Twitter, go ahead and do that. You know, it's your channel. You need to feel comfortable on there. But there is like a fine line with doing that and hypocrisy. You know, if the criticism, if it's constructive and she can't even seem to take that, it's like, she shouldn't make any more videos about holding people accountable, in my opinion. She shouldn't make any more videos like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like she sat on this pedestal, but then now when there's fire in the kitchen, she's out. You know, I just feel like now that the shoe is on the other foot, she's so deeply worried about what other people think about her. She's so worried about losing her credibility when she really doesn't realize that she's already lost it the moment she decided to respond the way she's responded, the moment she decided to handle the situation the way she's done so far. But yeah, those are my comments. I don't hate her. I'm still gonna watch her content whether she want me to or not. But I'm still gonna watch it. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.